As that was Jillian Baragel down on the court there. It looks like she's going to be okay as she was able to get off the court by herself there. I'm Simon Chaskovsky. We've got some ACAC action here going on between the SAIT Trojans and the Ambrose Lions as we're about to get back underway after a bit of an injury timeout. We'll see Faith Solecki get things started back up here. As we get ready to go, the score is currently 6-2. The Trojans getting ready to return. Spiked across by Boyles, and the block, it wasn't quite able to get there, as she'll easily put that one right down at the net. And Sophia Ferguson is going to go back for the serve. As that one easily gets across, returned by the Lions. Set up and put down, as that one was Willow Lewington, with what is already, I believe, her second kill early in this set. So the score is now 7-3. Going back to serve now will be Elise Wagner. She'll send that one right across, returned by Corkery. Arnott, as that one goes high, nearly hitting the roof. As a light spike is returned by the Trojans. Boyles manages to send a soft one back to the far right corner. So the Trojans are back on the board as they'll get ready to serve. Taking this one will be Leanne Arnott. As that one set up as an athletic play to get it across. As Ambrose tries to spike it as that one goes right into the netting, and the Trojans start to get a little bit of momentum going, only down by 2. As the score is now 7-5. Leanne Arnott once again getting ready to serve. She'll send that one right across, off the hands. Ambrose not quite able to keep it alive, as that will be the first ace of this set for the Trojans, as they're only one strong rally away here from tying this thing right back up here at rally point. She'll send that one right across. Tipped up. Lions sending it across, as that'll get returned and tapped over. As Inglis hits that one up. Corkery over to Boyles, as that one walks the netting and ends up out of bounds on the Trojan side, as Ambrose will be taking the point. Going back to serve now for Ambrose will be, that is going to be Willow Lewington. As that one gets sent across. Boyles. Florence tries to put it right over, as that one gets blocked right at the net, as Ambrose starts to build their lead right back up. As Lewington will continue her serve. Sending that one across, returned by Boyles once again. Florence. As Ambrose sets it up, but it'll get blocked. Florence across to Inglis. Boyles puts that one right back down in the left corner. And the Trojans break the point streak there of Ambrose to get right back on the board. The score is now 9-7 early in this first set. As Boyles will send it across. Hit up by the Lions. As they set it up. The block at the wall by the Trojans, not quite able to stop that one. It's going back to serve now for the Lions. It's going to be number 16, Rachel Barg. That one will get kept alive by Inglis, popped up by Florence. Corkery not quite able to find the sideline there. As Barg will go back to serve once again, but first we'll see a sub for the Trojans. Rhea Jorgensen coming in here for, I believe that is Peyton Van Drysten. As Barg will send it across, popped up. Florence sends it to our knot. Ambrose will defend it. As they end up just sending it across for a free play for the Trojans. As the play by Jorgensen will end up getting blocked right at the net. As Ambrose's defense so far in this one has been stellar. And we're going to see a timeout early here by head coach Chantel Lamotte for the Trojans. See if she can maybe reset things here, as their team is currently trailing. All right, coming out of the timeout once again for Ambrose, we'll see Rachel Barg taking it from behind the serving stripe. She'll send that one right across, returned by Boyles. Florence sets up Corkery, as she'll send a bit of a knuckleball to the back right corner. But the Trojans on the board straight out of the timeout. Going back to serve for them is going to be Rhea Jorgensen. She'll send that one across. A little bit too far, though, as that's going to go right over that back line, giving the ball right back to Ambrose. As we'll see Lauren Huntley go back to serve now. She's going to load up and fire, sending it across. Boyles sets up Corkery. Arnott. That one's tapped over. Inglis will dive for it, but not quite able to get there. As the Lions now take a 6-point lead early in this first set. They only need 11 to take it. As Huntley loads up and fires. That one ends up getting returned right over. As that one spiked down and off the hands of Inglis. As Ambrose has done an excellent job early in this one, keeping the pressure on as they continue to build on their lead. She'll send it across. Popped up by Inglis. Sophia Ferguson will send that one across. As Ambrose spiking it. Will get blocked at the wall and turned right over. As they send it across, they'll end up giving this to Ambrose, saying that it went off the hands of a Trojan and out of bounds. As we're going to see a quick sub here for the Trojans, as Trista Longhurst comes in for Grace Florence. Huntley will get her third serve in a row here. As that one softly tapped across, not quite able to get over the netting. So the Trojans will be getting it right back. Going back to serve now will be Trista Longhurst. She gets ready to go. That one easily clears. And the quick return there by Corkery ends up confusing that Ambrose defense a little, as that one ends up getting dropped softly right inside. Nobody home. As Longhurst gets ready to go for her second serve. That one gets sent right across, tapped up once again. She'll spike it there, but ends up sending it into the netting. As the Trojans only down by 5 now, as they attempt to break their way back inside this one. Longhurst sending it across. Kept up once again. Hit over. That one goes off the hands. Longhurst keeps it alive, and Inglis will end up sending it across for Ambrose for a free play. They'll spike it across. Saved by Boyle. Sent across to Corkery. But that one goes careening out of bounds. As Ambrose gets the chance to serve once again. Going back to take it will be Gracie Fuhr. As Shade Black is going to come in here for Taryn Corkery. As we'll see what Gracie Fuhr has here. She'll send it across. Kept alive by Longhurst. Spiked down by Ferguson. And the Trojans take possession right back. Shade Black loads up and fires. They'll get popped up as they send it across, but into the netting. They're going to end up giving this one right back to the Trojans. We're now only down by 4. Ambrose already at 17, though. Only need another 8 to walk out of here with the first set. As Black will send it across. Popped up by Ambrose. As that one will end up walking the line a little bit, but end up on the Trojan side. As Will Lewington will end up taking the kill. Faith Selecki is going to go back to serve once again. Ambrose currently leading by 5. The score is 18-13. Longhurst sets up Ferguson, who taps it across. Ambrose sending a soft one over, but Longhurst is there. They'll find Arnott, as they'll end up giving this one to the Trojans, as that'll tip off a Lion, as they continue to work their way right back into this game. Ferguson's going to go back to serve now. She'll send it across. Not quite able to get it over top of the net, though, as that'll end up being a point for Ambrose. Now only 6 away. Elise Wagner going back to serve now. She'll send it across, kept alive by Black. Inglis setting up Boyles, who sends that one far. Ambrose ready to return it. There's a soft play there. Trojans were ready, and then ended up giving it right back across for a free play. They'll find Willow in 10, I believe. They'll give that one to the Trojans. Arnott will go back to take it. As so far in this one, she has been that one ends up going over the back line. As Lewington is going to end up going back to serve now. Trojans only trailing by 5. We'll send that one over. Arnott finds Longhurst. Gets it to Black, but Ambrose is there. They'll set up and fire. That one's kept alive once again. Blocked at the wall. The Lions set things right back up as a spike by Lauren Huntley puts them 4 away. And we're going to see the Trojans use their second timeout as they are currently trailing by 6. Ambrose only needs 4 to walk out of here with the first set. And as both teams get ready to take the court once again, Lions currently only 4 away from winning the first set. They're going to end up sending Willow Lewington back for the serve. She'll send it across, popped up by Inglis. Longhurst, a little bit of deception, not quite able to get it through there. Popped up by Boyles, Longhurst again. Back to Black, but that's going to end up going out the back end of the court there, as the Lions will end up taking the point. So Lewington will take another serve here. Coming in for the Trojans, we're going to see Taryn Corkery coming back in for Shade Black. So that one's popped up, but it looks like it's going to go right into the arm of the referee there, as that's going to result in an ace. The Lions now only 2 away from taking this first set. So they continue to look excellent from the serving stripe. They'll send it across, popped up by Corkery. Longhurst finds Boyles, but it's blocked at the netting. They'll set up Boyles again. That one's a soft tap across. The Lions get ready to go on offense off the hand of Inglis, as that one ends up resulting in another point for the Lions. And with a well-placed serve here, they could walk out of here early with the first set. She'll load up and fire, sending it across. They'll end up saying that one went out the side, and the Trojans will take a point. Not wanting to go down easy, as we'll see Jaden Boyles go back for the serve now. As that one is going to end up going right into the netting. And that will do it for the first set here at Rally Point. The score is now 1-0 after a 25-16 set win by the Ambrose Lions, as we'll be right back in just 3 minutes. And welcome back as we get ready for the second set. Ambrose took the first set fairly convincingly, as they took the lead early on and held on to it for most of that one. As we get ready with the first serve from Florence, Ambrose gets ready to return, finding someone on the outside, stopped by Boyles. That one's going to end up hitting the netting, and the Lions are going to take the first point of this second set. As we're going to see Faith Selecki going back to serve now, as she'll load up and fire and send it across. The Trojans try and stop it at the net. Inglis setting up Arnott, blocked up, kept alive somehow. Corkery is going to end up sending it across for a free play. So the Lions get ready to go, setting it up and firing. Stopped once again as the Trojans defense off to a strong start. The Lions stopped that one. We've got a long rally going on here. Florence stopped once again. No, not able to get over for that one though, as that one will end up going out of bounds after a hard-fought rally there. And Selecki is going to end up going back once again. as she sends it across. Kept alive by Boyles, over to Florence. Arnott, they'll say it was inside, as that'll be the first point of this second set for the Trojans. As we'll see Taryn Corkery go back to serve now. Corkery loads up and fires, sending it across. Popped up again. Sent over and put down. The Trojans keep it alive. Sent over once more. Tapped over, and a soft touch dropped right in the middle, just out of reach of Inglis, who wasn't quite able to get there. As we are going to see Elise Wagner go back to serve now, as the Lions have taken an early lead in this second set. Inglis sent over to Boyles, who's able to find that corner. It's the Trojans refusing to go down easy, especially early in this one, not really wanting to let off an early lead like they did in that first set. As Ferguson loads up and fires, sending it across, setting it up, and a hard spike there from Lauren Huntley. Takes the point right back for the Lions as they go up by 2 once again. Going back to serve now will be Brooklyn Diol, the third year from Surrey. She'll send it across. Popped up. Finding Boyles again. She'll send a long tap that's returned. The Trojans with some nice defense as Boyles tries to go for a soft touch, but not quite able to get that one over the netting. So that'll be Willow Lewington sending it across. Popped up again by Boyles. They find Arnott. Was that one inside? They said it was, as the Trojans get right back in within 2. As Leanne Arnott is going to go back to serve now. She sends it across, popped in the air. As that one was spiked right down, but somehow kept alive. So the Lions try again. Trojans are there. Sent across for Corkery. And that one goes off the hands of Christina Bett. And the Trojans are right back within 1. As we'll see Leanne Arnott get ready to serve now. As Arnott will send it across. As Ambrose sets it up, the Trojans able to defend. Corkery loading up. They're going to end up saying that one was just barely out of bounds. It's going back to serve now is going to end up being Rachel Bard. That one's blocked at the net. Multiple Trojans dive for it, but not able to defend that. As Bard gets ready to go. She'll send that one across. Returned by Corkery. Florence setting up Boyles. And the Trojans get that point right back, as both teams just continue to trade points here. Boyles sends it across, popped up in the air. Tapped across, as Inglis will dive for it once again, but not quite be able to get there. So they go back down by 3 again. As Huntley will go back to serve. She'll send it over. As that one bounces off the hands of Boyles and out. Sending it across. Boyles keeps it alive. Not for long though, as Ambrose was there and spiked that one straight down as Faith Solecki gets her first point. And we'll see the Trojans take a timeout now. Down by 5 in this second set. The score is 10-5. And we're going to see both teams get back ready to go now, coming out of that Trojans timeout. Because we're going to have to see what that timeout will potentially do to try and ice the momentum that the Lions have quickly taken across this entire match so far. As Florence sets up Corkery, as that one drops, let's see what they say. They'll give it to the Trojans. As Peyton Van Driesten gets ready to go now, as she'll get her first serve of this one. She'll send it across. It's kept alive, popped up. As Barg sets up Corkery, tapping it across. The Lions get ready to go once again. A long shot, but that one's going to end up going out the back, and the Trojans bring themselves back within 3. As Van Driesten gets ready to go. Sending it across. Popped up. Barg. She'll end up finding. That one's popped up. Barg once again finding Selecki. They're going to say that one's out of bounds. And the Trojans get a couple in a row here. This has quickly become a much closer set. Van Driesten sending it across. Barg setting up. So Wagner not quite able to finish that one off. The Lions managed to defend it. Off the hands. As a diving Van Driesten not quite able to get there. As we'll see Gracie Fair coming in here for the serve. That one goes far. Setting it up, Florence tries to get it to Ferguson. A little bit of a miss swing there, sends it into the netting. As the Trojans came back in this one, but ever since it seemed like the Lions have taken their lead back bit by bit, as they're now right back up by 5. Kept alive. Florence tapping that one across as the Lions try and get this to go. Free play for the Trojans. Boyle sets up Florence, who finds Corkery, as that one's going to end up going out of bounds off the block. And the Trojans are going to take that point. Florence is going to get sent back to go. Tapping that one over. Popped up. Barg. Sent across as the Trojans get the free play. Setting it up. Kept alive once again. Inglis. Back across to Corkery. That one's popped straight up and put down by Leanne Arnott. they bring themselves right back in within 3. As we'll see Florence go back to serve now. She'll send that one right across. Popped up. Barg. As that one ends up going off the hands of a Trojan and out of bounds as Ambrose takes the point. Faith Selecki going back to serve now. Sends it across, popped up by Boyles. Sent over for Arnott. Is able to find a spot open in the backside there. Corkery is going to go back to serve. They send that one across. Corkery once again setting up Arnott. Popped up as Barg sends it across for Selecki. That one goes out of bounds, and the Trojans are back within 2. Corkery sends it across. A little too far on that one, though, as that brings Ambrose up to 15. They only need 10 now. She'll load up and send it across. Popped up by Inglis. Over to Florence, who finds Boyles. As they're going to give this one to the Trojans. Looks like it is going to end up being a mistake on the referee there, as Ambrose will actually end up getting the point. Elise Wagner is going to send it across. Popped up by Boyles once again. Florence back to Boyles. As Ambrose loads up and fires and sends it back across. That one's going to end up hitting something. And the Lions will take another point. As the Trojans are going to end up taking a timeout here, now down by 5. Score is 17-12. As they were right in it there until the last minute, but dropped about 3 points in a row and are starting to fall out of this one. We'll have to see what they can do coming out of the timeout to try and even things up here, as the Lions are quickly approaching taking their second set in a row here at Rally Point. As Elise Wagner is going to get ready to go here. She had 9 aces previous to this. Pops up, sent across. A little too far on that one. And Ambrose is up to 18. That one gets sent across, returned by Boyles. Sent over. Arnott spikes it down, but kept alive. Sent across. Arnott once again over to Inglis, who taps it across. As that one goes off the hand of a Trojan defender. And Ambrose is now up by 7. Only 6 away from taking their second set in a row. She'll send it across, kept alive by Inglis. Florence for Boyles. Sends that one long, but kept alive by Betts. Tapped across again. And that'll be blocked by Ferguson. As Ferguson gets ready to go here. Sending that one across. As that'll be Huntley finding space inside. Bringing Ambrose up to 20. As Lewington gets ready to go. Kept alive by Corkery, set up and put down by Van Driesten. As Arnott gets ready to go. Tapped across, popped up, sent over for Huntley. Inglis keeps that one alive enough for long, as Arnott was not quite able to reach it. As Ambrose is now just 4 away. Going back to serve now is going to be Rachel Bard. On the season so far, she has had 5 aces. As the Trojans get ready to return. Corkery. They're going to end up giving that one to Ambrose, as she wasn't quite able to find the line. As that one gets popped right back across as Ambrose sets it up, finding Solecki. Not able to finish that one. As that one's going to end up hitting the ground. And the Trojans are going to take the point. Jaden Boyles is going to go back to serve. She sends it across. Lions keep it alive. Tapped over by Solecki. As Arnott gets blocked at the net. As Ambrose takes their 23rd point. As Lauren Huntley will get ready to serve now. The 5th year. Sends it across, popped up by Inglis. Florence, back to Arnott. That one's hit across. Arnott once again. Gets blocked there, Arnott was there to defend. Corkery sends it far. They'll say it was inside. And the Trojans get ready to serve. Going back to take it is going to end up being, that'll be Peyton Van Driesten. That one's tapped up. Florence finds Boyles. Not quite able to get the tap across, as that'll end up being the Lions' 24th point. Only needing one more to take this second set. Going back to serve it for him will be Gracie Fuhr. She'll send it across, but a little too low as that one goes into the netting. Florence sending it across, popped up. Finding Solecki. The Trojans able to keep it alive as Arnott decides to tap it right across. Solecki set up once again, keeping it alive. Inglis just barely able to keep the set going, as that one results in the Ambrose Lions taking the second set off of a spike that bounced off the hands of Inglis. As we're going to be back for the third set in just 3 minutes. All right, and we are back for the third set currently. The Ambrose Lions lead the SAIT Trojans 2-0 through the first two sets, and the Lions are going to end up getting the first set, or first serve of this set, I should say, as Lauren Huntley goes back to take it. She'll tap it across, head into the netting. Popped up again as Florence not quite able to get it high enough, as that one goes into the netting, and Ambrose will take the first point of this set. Lauren Huntley with it. Sends it across. As that one ends up going off the hands. As Sophia Ferguson gets the point for the Trojans. Grace Florence is going to go back for the serve. She'll load up and fire. Tapped across, Selecki to Inglis. Finds Arnott, who's not quite able to get there. Inglis tapped up again to Florence, to Arnott again. As Florence once again to Corkery. Inglis to Florence again. As Ambrose nearly keeping that alive. As Florence will go back for the serve once again. Pretty sure she had 3 to 4 touches on that last rally, setting up multiple different people. As that one gets sent across. Lions get ready to return. Ferguson off the netting as the Lions get ready to go. Hitting it across. Saved by Boyles. As it's set up for Corkery. As that one will end up getting blocked. As the Trojans starting to get a little bit of momentum here in the third set. As Florence gets ready to go. Sending it across. Popped up. And tapped over. That one's going to end up going just a little too far, and the Trojans will hold on to the ball just a little longer. Florence will send it across. Goes off the hands. Spiked down by Selecki. Florence was there. Inglis finding Arnott, who taps it, trying to find space inside. No luck. As Ambrose having to send it across. Florence sets up Corkery. That one goes off a couple of bodies and into the netting. And the Trojans are on an early roll in this third set. As that one ends up hitting the floor off of a very hard spike there from Gracie Fuhr, who will go back for the serve. Sending it all the way across. As Arnott. Let's see, and they will, as they'll give that one to the Trojans, saying that she was able to find that back corner. Corkery gets ready to serve. She'll send it across. Finding space inside. There's some good defense there. Ambrose continue their onslaught. They'll end up saying that one finds the netting as Ambrose takes the point. Selecki will serve. Boyles to Florence again, to Arnott, As no one was home in that back corner, and Arnott finds the open space. Ferguson gets ready to go. Sending it over. As a run to the net by Willow Lewington results in Ambrose taking that one right back. As we'll see Elise Wagner get ready to serve now for Ambrose. As they'll send it across. Popped up once again by Boyles, finding Ferguson. Back to Boyles. As the tic-tac-toe play works as it goes off the block and out of bounds. So Leanne Arnott gets ready to go. That one goes far. Popped up once again. Solecki finds Corkery. Back to Arnott. Finds open ground. As the Trojans take that one. As Arnott is going to go back to serve. Sent over. Off the netting. Boyles. Sent far. Tapped up again. Spiked once more. Boyles finds Florence again. As that one walks the netting. And the Trojans will take that one. As Leanne Arnott goes back to serve once again. The score is currently 10-4, favoring the SAIT Trojans. She'll send it across, popped up once more. Tapped over, Arnott keeps it alive. Florence. A couple Trojans hit it on the way down. That one ends up falling back behind as Ambrose takes the point. As Willow Lewington will get ready to serve. That one's sent across as Inglis sets up the free play. A little bit of a missed touch there from Lauren Huntley as that one goes into the netting. Jaden Boyles will serve now, sending it across, and that one's going to end up finding netting as Ambrose gets their point right back. Barg will take it here. Sent across, popped up by Inglis. They'll set it up. They'll say Peyton Van Driesten was able to find that back corner. And she'll go back to serve him. She'll send it across, popped up once again, sent over and nearly put down, but the Trojans keep it alive. Sent over. As they set it up, Huntley not able to finish it. Couple diving Ambrose players aren't able to get there. As Van Driesten gets ready to go. Sent across. That one drops down. As the Trojans force their first timeout out of head coach Barry Heidbrecht. So the Lions currently trail by a score of 8, as it is currently 14-6 favoring the Trojans. Peyton Van Driesten gets ready to go coming out of the timeout. We'll see if that timeout does anything to potentially freeze the momentum. They set it up, putting it down, not quite able to finish it though. Somehow that stays alive. Florence sets up Ferguson. Van Driesten will continue to serve. Popped up and sent across. Solecki puts that one too far. Taking it once again will be Van Driesten. Sent far. Ambrose tries to keep it alive, not quite able to. As we're going to see another timeout here for the Lions, as they are now down by a total of 11 points. Currently it is 17-6, the Trojans only needing 8 to take their first set of the night. Both teams come out of the timeout here. Taking it will be, I believe, Peyton Van Driesten once again. She's gotten a couple serves uninterrupted here as the Trojans are on quite the roll. The back-to-back timeouts could potentially change that for the Lions. Sending it across, popped up once more. Setting it over for Solecki. Corkery taps it across. Lions keep it alive. They'll call too many touches, and the Trojans will take the point. And it looks like the conversation between the referee and Lions head coach is not going to end up changing much, as the Trojans will keep their serve. As the Lions try and set something up, no, not quite able to get that one. And the Trojans will continue their offensive attack here, up by a total of 13 in this set. Corkery finds Florence, back to Arnott, who has to just tap it across. They'll set it up once again. Solecki, back to Florence for Boyles, and Corkery sends it to go right across. Setting up once again. Huntley gets blocked at the net. And the Trojans have 20. And Van Dreisten has had a lot of serves in a row at this point. She'll tap it across. The Lions try and send it across. Florence to Ferguson, and the Trojans continue to stay on fire. That one's going to end up going too far, and the Ambrose Lions are going to end up breaking the streak. As Haley Blocka will go back to serve here. The first year. She'll send it across. Kept alive. Florence over to Corkery. As that one goes off the hands. Blocka will continue to serve. That one's almost spiked down. I think they're going to say that it hit the ground as Ferguson gets the point. Going back to serve now is going to be, I believe, Grace Florence. Trojans only just 3 away. As that one's going to hit the ground again. And the Trojans will take it once more as Grace Florence will continue to serve. That one's going to get sent across, kept alive. The Lions set it up as they're going to end up giving this one to the Lions, saying it tipped off a Trojan. Serving for the Lions is going to be Gracie Fuhrer. That one goes too far. And the Trojans with the chance here in this rally to potentially take the set without allowing the Lions more than 10 points. Would be rather impressive. Blocka will return. They'll end up finding someone inside, kept alive by Inglis. So Florence for Boyles, who walks it, goes out of bounds, and the Trojans take their third set. They take that one without even allowing the Lions to reach double digits. And after not the strongest first 2 outings in the previous 2 sets, the Trojans get on top there for the third, bringing it to the score of 2-1. We've got the 4th set coming up in just a bit. All right, and as both teams get ready to go for the 4th set, currently the score is 2-1 for the Lions. But the Trojans just had a very, very, very successful 3rd set there, winning by a score of 25-9, holding the Lions to obviously under double-digit score. Considering how the first 2 sets went for them, that was quite a dramatic change. So we'll have to see if they can hold on to that momentum or if the Lions will be able to come back and potentially make this one look similar to the first 2. Taking the serve now will be number 3, Grace Florence. Florence sends it across, and she's going to end up getting the ace. As As that is a very strong start for the Trojans. As Ambrose gets ready to go, sending it across. Boyles keeps it up. Finds Corkery, sends it far. As that one's blocked at the wall. As Arnott and Ferguson stop that one. As Florence sends it over. Popped up once more. Not quite able to keep that one alive. As Faith Selecki gets ready to go. As Florence ends up finding Arnott, who's not quite able to get around the block. As Ambrose ties things right back up. Selecki loads up and fires. Kept alive by Inglis. Tapped over for Ferguson, who's not quite able to get that one across. Selecki getting ready to go once again. Sending it over, popped up by Boyles. Finds Florence. Arnott goes long. Sent back once again. Selecki with a little too much power on it. Gives the Trojans the point. As Corkery gets ready to go. She'll send it across, kept alive. And sent over. Selecki with the blast, but the Trojans able to keep it in. Corkery sent a long tap, but a diving Betts keeps it alive. Once again, sent across. Ambrose with some good defense. Trojans keep it up. Boyles sending it far. Lions keep it alive. Neither team able to, or wanting to give a lot of leverage here. Corkery taps it across. The Lions get ready to go once more. And that time it'll be a running Willow Lewington who will finish the set. And Elise Wagner sends it across. Popped up once again, Arnott. That one goes a little too far, as that one will end up going towards the Lions, who now are winning by the score of 5-3. Sending it over, popped up by Boyles. Finds Florence, back to Boyles, off the netting. That will be returned by Corkery. Once again off the hands. Tapped over. That one gets up and around the wall as Ambrose takes a 6-3 lead. As Elise Wagner has gotten a couple serves in a row now. She'll send it across, but a little too far. And Sophia Ferguson is going to go back for the serve. And that'll end up being an ace there for Ferguson, who brings the Trojans back within one. As Ferguson sends it across. Bard with a nice play, as the deception manages to fool the Trojans, as that one hits the ground. So we'll see Willow Lewington go back to serve now. Sends it over. Popped up and sent long. As Van Driesten takes the point. So Leanne Arnott will take it now. Goes off the netting, popped up, and put down. As that one's, I believe that was Haley Blocka. So Rachel Barg will continue to serve now. They send it across. Popped up. Arnott launches it. Not able to get around the block as the Trojans bring it back within one. The score is currently 7-8, favoring the Lions on the set. The Lions are leading 2-1. That one comes very close to the netting, but gets across. As they set it up, Florence will take it herself. So that'll be Jaden Boyles going back to serve. She'll send it all the way. That one goes out the back. As Haley Blocka will take it now. So that one goes far. Popped up by Inglis, sent over. Kept alive. And sent long once again. Sent over. Arnott ends up going back out the back as Ambrose takes a 2-point lead. That one goes a little too far. And the Trojans get right back in within one. And Peyton Van Driesten will take it here. That one goes far. Popped up. Barg ends up finding. That one is going to be Elise Wagner putting that one off the block and into the netting. Gracie Fair. She gets ready to go. Sending it across. Popped up by Corkery. Put over for Ferguson. Goes off the shoulder of Barg and out of bounds. As the Trojans have joined the Lions in double digits. Score is currently 11-10. Loading up. Florence goes far. Popped up. Finds Barg once again. Solecki taps it across. Florence sent over for Corkery. Blocked at the net. As the Lions take back their 2-point lead. Going back to serve for them now is going to end up being Solecki. That one goes a little too far though. And the Trojans will take their point right back. Taryn Corkery will take it. Popped up once again. Sent over. Boyles is kept alive. Florence sends that one all the way back. Barg ends up setting it up and putting it down as that one's Willow Lewington. Taking it here will be Elise Wagner. She sends it across, kept alive by Ingles. Florence finds Boyles, blocked at the netting, and that one will end up going right down. As the Ambrose Lions take a 3-point lead. We're going to see head coach Chantel Lamont take a timeout here. try and rally the troops a little bit. Their team is currently down by 3. Not much, but if they let the Lions get a little bit of momentum, that 3 could quickly become more. Let's see what they can come out of the timeout with. Taking it now is going to be Elise Wagner once again, coming out of the timeout. She'll end up sending it far. That one goes off the hands of Inglis, as Wagner will end up taking the ace. Wagner sends it across once again, off the hands of Boyles. Florence keeps it alive. Ferguson sends it far. That one ends up going a little too far, as the Lions weren't quite able to return that one. As Ferguson gets ready to return now. She'll send it across, popped up once again. Sent over. Finds an attacker, but not quite able to put that one down, as that was Haley Blocka at the wall. As the Trojans are digging their way right back into this one, as they are now only down by 2. The score is 15-13, favoring the Ambrose Lions. Sophia Ferguson sends it across, popped up once again. Bard finds a running. That'll be Leanne Arnott putting it down. The Trojans are back within 1. As Ferguson goes back for the serve, sending it across, keeps it alive. Bard, that one goes straight down and off the hands of Willow Lewington. And she'll go back to take it herself now. Behind her, you might be able to spot the men's team warming up. Right after this one, I should say. We've got that coming up once again between the SAIT Trojans and the Ambrose Lions. Jaden Boyles blocked at the wall. They're going to end up saying too many touches. As Lewington will continue to serve now. That one's blocked by Boyles, set up again. Right idea by Arnott, but not able to keep it inside the lines there, as that'll end up being a timeout for the Trojans, who are now down by 4. After the spike by Arnott ends up landing out of bounds, as they are still very much in this one, but the Lions currently only need 7 points to take the entire match and advance to a record of 6-3. We get ready to get going once again, coming out of the timeout. The score is 18-14 for the Lions, who also lead by a score of 2-1 and currently only need 7 points to take this match. Taking it here is going to end up being, that's Willow Lewington. Goes a little too far. Going back to take it. That's going to be Leanne Arnott. Trojans only trailing by 3. That one goes far across. Popped up by Bard. Sent over. Blocka. That's Van Driesten tapping it across. Blocka again. Popped up by Arnott. Sent for Boyles. And that one's hits. Open ground, and the Trojans are now only trailing by 2. As Arnott sends it across, popped up. They try and keep it in the air and send it over for the Trojans. Florence gives it to Van Driesten. Somehow that stays alive as Betts goes sliding under the net. Arnott tapped across. Bard sets it up as both teams trading fire. Boyles off the wall again. That goes out of bounds and they'll take it. The Trojans now only trailing by 1 point. Score is 18-17. Sending it across and popped up. As they put it down at the wall, they're going to give it to the Trojans, and we have a tied game here at Rally Point. It is now 18-18. The Trojans were trailing by, felt like as much as 3 or 4 at a certain point in this set. But they have quickly come back in this one and tied things right back up. Both teams only need 7, with the Trojans trying to force overtime and Ambrose trying to walk out of here a little bit early. And as both teams get ready to go, once again coming out of the timeout, things are tied right back up. As it is pretty much a 1-7 here. Both teams very, very close to taking the set. So it goes all the way across, popped up and sent over. Blocka. As that one's knocked across. Florence finds Boyles off the netting. Diving Betts keeps it alive. Sent far by the Lions. Tapped across, kept alive again. Inglis for Florence. As they keep it going. Kept up again. Florence finding Arnott. Another diving Lion keeps it alive. Florence finds Boyles again, and they keep finding it. 2 diving players keep it in the air, but it won't end up mattering, as that one ends up not quite able to stay inside. As we'll see Arnott take it for the Trojans now, as they have, I believe, their first lead of the set since at least very early in it. As they send it across, Florence finding Boyles. Goes off the hands and out of bounds, and the Trojans have 20. As Arnott is going to get ready to go. popped up once more. Bard finds an attacking Lion, but not able to finish the job. Boyles sends across, kept alive, sent down. Corkery keeps it alive. Diving Trojan keeps it in the air once again. Boyles across. Lions finds Bard, sent across again. Inglis with a couple of defensive saves, not able to stop that one. As we are going to end up seeing Rachel Bard go back to serve now. Sending it across, popped up by Corkery. Sent over. Boyles. So that one's rejected. Bard finds Huntley, kept alive. Lawrence sent over. As that's Betts. Sent far, but a little too far as Faith Solecki not able to find open ground inside as that goes just outside, and the Trojans take a 2-point lead. They only need 4 to force a 5th set. As that one's going to go off the net. As Lauren Huntley will go back to serve now, the 5th-year outside hitter. She'll send it across and into the netting. The Trojans take their 2-point lead right back. That'll be Peyton Van Driesten. She'll send it across, kept alive. Setting it up, blocked. Not able to keep that one in the air. The Trojans have 3. As the Lions calling a timeout here to try and get themselves back in the set. Score is 23-20. They are down by 3. The Trojans only needing 2. The Lions might need something not quite short of a miracle to prevent this 5th set. But we'll have to wait a minute for both these teams to get ready to go to see what happens. As Peyton Van Driesten has the serve here to potentially put a little bit more pressure on this Ambrose team, and she'll send it across. Solecki gets blocked. She'll pop it right back up. Sending it over. Trojans keep it alive. Ferguson sent across for Corkery. Diving Lion keeps it in the air. Sent over. Wagner. As that's going to find Ferguson, kept alive once more. Bard sent across, kept in the air. As that's going to be Boyles giving it off to Corkery. Kept alive again. They're going to give it to the Lions. Who aren't gone yet. The score is 23-21. They need 4, and they are certainly on the outside, but it is not impossible. They are only trailing by 2. Gracie Fuhr loads up and fires, sending it across. Boyles finds Florence, who finds Corkery. That goes a little too far. Or at least I thought it did, as it looks like the referees are going to convene. As the Lions already have the ball ready to serve. As they're going to give it to the Lions, who are now only trailing by 1. And I believe it's going to be a timeout called by the Trojans, who are now only up by 1. as this just got a lot closer here at Rally Point. We'll be back in just a minute. Ambrose is getting ready to go. Serving for them, it's going to be Gracie Fuhr. They are only trailing by 1 point as they try and prevent a 5th set. Sending it across, returned. So he gets ready to go, finding Corkery, tapped across. Diving Lion keeps it alive, sent across once more. Returned by Huntley. Barg is there, sending it over. Inglis for Florence, for finding Ferguson. Setting it over. That one goes long. Inglis keeping it alive. That's Corkery once more. They'll trade shots here. So Leckie off the hands and into the roof. As we have a tied game, 23-23 here at Rally Point. As Gracie Fuhr gets ready to go. And that one goes a little long and the Trojans will take it. And they have the chance to win it here. But I will give the quick reminder that either team at this point needs to win by 2 points to take the set. The Lions need this rally here. They'll load up and fire. The Trojans stay alive, putting it down. Trojans stay alive once more. Setting up Corkery. They'll give it to the Lions. As we have a tied game once again, as it'll end up being a 1-2 here. That's going to be Selecki taking the serve for the Lions, sending it far. Kept alive by Inglis. It's going to be sent for Arnott. Bard. That one goes far. The Lions have 25. Still needing one more, as the Trojans need to take this rally if they want to stay in this one. Selecki sends it across, popped up. For Arnott, sending it far once again. The Lions stay alive. Sending it over, blocked, dives for it. Huntley sends it across once more, and the Lions will take it. As after a very competitive 4th set, the Lions are going to end up taking this one with a score of 3-1 in the 4th set, which they won 26-24. We've got players of the game coming up next, and quite a few options to say the least. We'll have to see who they end up picking. Excellent game all night offensively. She got quite a few attacks. They're going to give it to Emily Inglis, who was spectacular all night defensively, getting quite a few digs to keep this Trojans team in it. That is going to end up doing it. We've got the men's game coming up in just a bit. So that's it for the women's game. Make sure to tune in, and not too long from now, as that one will be getting started at 8 p.m.